we don't give a damn about the other side.
These are the 4 that it came with. Ready?
I think I'm on David Letterman right now. An applause break. It's actually pretty funny.
You gotta hold it down for it to keep going.
I can't use that because I would just like say, I would just be talking to myself, but just pressing the applause. So I'm like, yeah, they're on my side. I think when you do this stuff too, you're your own worst critic when you start. Like, I haven't done anything like this in a long time, but when I was younger, I remember like trying SoundCloud or YouTube and different things. And you're so in your head, especially when you're making the content by yourself, you get so in your head of like, do people even want to watch this? Like, you watch it so many times, even if it's good, you rewatch it so many times or you listen to it so many times. Like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Why'd I release this? But I don't think that's like actually true.
It's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. Just any type of content. But then at the end of the day, it's like everybody feels that way. Everybody who makes some type of content, some type of something, they all feel that way. I've read all about that, and they say, you know what, like, there's so many haters or this and that. As long as it reaches one person or like one person actually, you know, has a mind shift or whatever the fuck you call it from this.
Yeah. I mean, like, even if it's not you're changing someone's mind directly, just the fact that having open dialogue and discussion without fearing anything is like kind of noble in a way. Like, I don't think enough people do that, where this is a scary thing to do, to put this out to the world, and just like, you have to take the risk and take the chance of you being completely off base, you being completely wrong, you being ridiculed. People adjust these that completely ridiculed, and like, but that's the thing, is like, what we'll what we'll eventually get into is kind of like, this almost transitions to like what I had written down a little bit, but that like, I think the fear of like talking about what you truly believe is like, I think that's a really big issue.
I would say I honestly am, like, I am scared. And the fucked up shit.
Really get like not wanting to get into personal stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that like weird, like that dynamic of like what to share. But it also, just bringing it back to what you originally said about people fearing and how it's like just in general, like talking on a platform is weird.
It's definitely weird just to put your opinion out there.
It's weird.
First, just because the thought of what if people don't agree with me, and like any other, like a lot of other species, like if we get kicked out of the group because we're not being agreed with, or our opinion is different than whatever group we might be in, that's essentially the end of your survival in like history. Like, okay, the group's kicked me out, I'm on my own. Like, I have a harder time to survive now because the group doesn't like me anymore. And it's easier to survive inside of a group, obviously. That's why like humanity is a thing. Like, we're like interests, like whatever, we get together and accomplish great things. Like, the best parts of humanity is like that. So like, when you living how we live now, and all the different opinions and different ways people are going, I don't know, people are very willing to express what they believe in, I think, if it's what the group also believes in. Yeah,
because then you're just like, you're fitting in and you don't have anything to worry about. But when you're like the outspoken person, it's always like you get shunned.
It's not even necessarily that the outspoken person is correct. I'm sure I have a lot of views that people don't agree with, and they can ridicule me for those views, or, you know, name call, whatever it is, and like, they have the complete right to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not a perfect person. Sometimes I might do it back. Like, again, it's not the way dialogue should go, but it happens. But
to have a conversation is the most important thing.
I think, just the risk of, you have to risk offending people to have conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, no matter what the conversation is, you're risking offending somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, just from this podcast alone, like, say when I'm putting this hat on, I'm like, oh, well, I don't have a normal sized head. This hat doesn't fit. Like somebody with a big head online could be like, what? You don't like big headed people? It's like, dude, I have a big head. It's like, I don't like, no matter what you
they
say.
They could take it a different way.
Yeah. No matter what you say, you're taking a risk of somebody taking it the wrong way. And then that's where it gets to a lot of people don't want to divert from where the group is thinking or where their friends are thinking or where their family is thinking or whatever it might be, because it's the end of your survival, at least like in your monkey brain. You know, it's like, well, if they don't agree with me and I don't agree with them, they're going to kick me out this group. I'm going to have a harder time getting food. I'm going to have a harder time to survive. Like whether that's true or not in the real world now is like debatable, because like there's plenty of loners, there's plenty of people who can do stuff on their own, but like I feel like it's like the monkey brain inside of us that we still want to be part of the group. We want to be liked. We want to be respected. We want to not get kicked out. But at the same time, you have to, at some point, somebody has to have a different opinion than the group. Like if we all are always on the same page, I don't know. Like
nothing's going to evolve, it seems, right? Kind of.
It's not that anything evolves. It's just, I guess things can get stagnant and just, I'm not sure if we're all supposed to agree all the time. Like we're supposed to have arguments. We're supposed to have dialogue.
We're all different people. That's what makes us unique.
And there's no rules for everybody. There's context to every situation. And I think on the left and the right, that gets lost a lot, that like there's context to everything. And you can't have one view without being labeled as, you're super woke, you're super whatever. Like even if you're just like, all right, like, hey, let's recycle and not pollute the ocean. No, this woke loser. It's like, all right, well, I just don't want to pollute. And like, sure.
Labels.
Or then if you have an opinion on the other side, like, hey, there's some crime statistics or there's some other things going on, whatever it might be that anybody could argue on the right side. It's like, oh, well, he's a white supremacist Nazi. Or it's like, okay, like, how about we both listen to each other? We can disagree, but the constant, like, immediate going to name calling, like, it's going to be met back with more name calling.
Yeah.
And, like, again, I can be guilty of it. I'm not a perfect person.
It's like in a relationship. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
It's just name calling after name calling.
Toxic.
It's like,
we're not
it's
getting
toxic.
anywhere.
We're not getting anywhere. The point is, the principle is, let's talk about the facts. Let's talk about the statistics. Let's talk about the actual problem and trying to solve it, rather than saying like, oh, well, this happened because you're a deadbeat, or this happened, and just the name calling. It's like, oh yeah, well, you don't do this, or you don't. I hate that shit. I just shut down, honestly.
So that's what I've been like running into, like talking to anybody about like these issues recently that like I have a disagreement with. It's like I will try to present facts. I'll try to present my side, and while acknowledging, hey, listen, my side might be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but like these are some stats I found. These are some coincidence, whatever it is, news reports, and like I'm leaning toward this way because of facts that I found, where like a lot of times now people are taking facts as like political ideology or something, where I'm just saying like a fact. I'm just saying a stat. I'm saying something that actually exists, and then people in their own heads,
they don't want to believe it.
It's not that they don't want to believe it, they convert it into like their own thing. Like, what do you mean by that stat? You mean that you hate this, or you hate, like, no, I would have said that. Statistics, and they're giving you like things that matter, and they're not just feelings, and they're not just, hey, I'm angry right now, which a lot of like that happens too. A lot of people get angry and they just start spewing stuff that is complete bullshit, and there's no like time or place for that. And like we all get caught into it. News comes out so fast nowadays. There's AI, fake articles, fake things. Like you have to be very, very careful about like what you're taking in, what you're reading, and no matter what you're reading, constantly think like this is probably bullshit.
Yeah.
Like this is most likely bullshit until proven otherwise. And I think if you're looking at any type of information online without that mind state, like you're in the wrong spot. Again, people call it a waste of time, whatever. I've been calling out people who I've been seeing doing this and
doing what? Like congratulating?
Celebrating the death, because I've seen people blatantly that I know in real life, I've worked with people like I actually know in real life, not bots, not online people, personalities that you don't know. Because people are like, well, Matt, like, why do you care so much? Why are you involved? Like, it's a lot of this. It's like it's an online world. It's fake. None of it's real. You know what I mean? But like these, whether we want to admit it or not, the online stuff that happens has a huge impact in real life.
Yeah, because
a
then
guy
more
got
people
shot
see
in the
it.
neck because of stuff that's happening online. All the kids' bullet encasings and all of that were all super deep internet memes, 4chan stuff, like deep internet stuff. like, I don't, again, I'm not sure what the answer is, like how we get out of this, but I know the answer is not celebrating deaths and then wishing deaths upon people who like defend freedom of speech and defend the right to debate and the right to have dialogue. And you don't have to have dialogue with us if you don't want to, but it doesn't mean like, well, let's kill all the fascists. Let's kill all the Nazis. What makes a fascist? What makes a Nazi? Is it just words that you're saying to me? Or are people actually out doing that stuff? I don't see it. I don't see it right now. And I'm not saying that it can't happen. And I'm not saying that I would endorse it. I would never want that to happen in this country. Like, you disavow violence. Like, I don't want political violence in this country from either side. Like, if some left-leaning talking head, like a Charlie Kirk equal, got killed, I'm not going to post any passive, like, and it's not so much that everyone's celebrating. More of what I've seen is a passive aggressiveness from a lot of people on the left of, well, he liked guns. What a shame.
Oh, yeah.
What a shame. Where it's like, just say what you mean. Like, say what you mean. It's very interesting to see what happens in these times of like real political divide, because they always do have people flip-flopping on issues a little bit, because right now you almost have the left defending gun rights about like, because there's a whole now movement of like trans people shouldn't be allowed to own guns. Like Trump has said it. Some like higher level Republicans have said stuff like this. So now it's like, it's kind of funny almost a little bit, or ironic, seeing like portions of the left now defend gun rights because they're like, we're going to take them away from trans people. But so they're like, what about our constitutional rights? It's like, yeah, what about them? You know what I mean? Like, it's the same argument. Like, they get people to almost fight the opposite fight on either side sometimes. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't disagree. I don't believe it to be the guns. And why do I believe there could be some gun reform in this country? Probably, but like not in the way that I think a lot of the left wants it. Like, I do believe, like, if you're on probably like a lot of any anti-depression pills and things, I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so for example, and this can get controversial, you could cut this out. You might not be able to make it even up on YouTube, but, and I brought this up and people are like, well, every medicine has side effects, but what's roid rage?
I don't know.
Like when a dude takes steroids, right? He's taking testosterone or something that's going to boost his testosterone. And he, like, back in the day, and I'm sure it still happens, I've never taken steroids, so I don't know. But there's like a thing that people claim that you can get called roid rage, which is you're taking steroids, you're taking testosterone, and you're just a monster. You're just mad, you're angry because you're full of a hormone, testosterone, that can get you angry.
Amped up.
Yeah,
almost.
it's not the only thing testosterone does, but it is a side effect that,
Almost like cocaine, like how when people take a lot of cocaine, they get like,
Yeah,
like
hype.
nobody can tell them like,
no.
yeah.
So, okay, so that's one hormone. There's many, right, there's hormones, right? So that's
Like
one
the
hormone.
voice in their head is like, you're the man,
yes.
you're the shit, and
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just testosterone, right? So roid rage. Men can get roid rage from testosterone. And this might be a very stupid comparison. I'm sure people can like prove me, if you have, like, prove me wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. Like, I'm totally wrong about a lot all the time. I'm always wrong. But that's,
We're learning.
I think a lot of people don't have that. Like, hey, I was completely wrong about all that.
Yeah. I say it
No.
all the time. I don't know shit. I
No
don't know
one,
shit.
No, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Like, don't listen to me. I'm just yapping, but I should be allowed to be an idiot and yap.
Yeah.
I want to fight for my right to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I'm not causing harm to people, causing violence, and words are not violence. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Violence is violence. Stabbing someone, shooting somebody is violence. Not,
So
hey,
scary.
I disagree with, even just like, hey, you're ugly. Doesn't feel nice to hear, but like, it's not violence. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, violence is punching you in the face. Like, there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So, I kind of lost track where I was
You
going.
were gonna talk about how like antidepressants maybe.
Okay, so
or,
yeah,
like,
yes,
roid
yes,
rage.
roid rage. So like, what do you call, like, a dude's on steroids, whatever, gets really amped up for no reason. So like a woman, when she's on her period, she's very what?
Emotional.
Hormonal, right? Or when she's very pregnant and she's like, say if a pregnant woman's having a very hard, rough day, right? And honey, just, you don't understand. I'm hormonal right now, right? Like, that's kind of the excuse. Like, I'm losing my mind. I'm crazy. I'm not thinking straight. Why? I have hormones running through me right now. Lots of hormones.
Yeah.
Roid rage. Lots of hormones running through me. What are these people transitioning taking?
Yeah, totally.
Hormones.
Mm-hmm.
What are the side effects of these hormones? Depression, like apathy, loss of like self. Like, there's a lot of, and again, there's a lot of drugs that have crazy
All of them. You
side
hear
effects.
it on the fucking
For
commercials.
sure, but again, so
It's
like
crazy.
SSRIs, if you're taking hormones, it doesn't seem illogical to maybe limit those people's guns.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't seem illogical to me, and it doesn't seem any type of phobic either. It just seems like common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not denying anybody the right to exist. It's not denying anybody the right to live their lives however they see to fit, like, that's fit to live their lives. It's just, I don't see how, like, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to have, like, discourse in this country anymore. Which one is it? The same one I got, the mango one? No, that's just the
Wait,
lemon.
did I just drink the same one? This one, oh no, this is green tea lemonade. This is green tea and vodka. The lemonade made a big difference.
Yeah, this mango made a difference, too.
No, we won't get the answers, and that's just the world we live in. Everything is so fucked. I feel like we just don't ever get the full story. We never will, and you know, we go down rabbit holes.
And it's probably all by design. I think it's
Yeah.
all by design to keep everybody looking down the different rabbit holes, to constantly stay confused. And they'll leave little, I think, breadcrumbs of
Yeah.
things that are true, things that are real, and then followed by some complete and utter bullshit. So no one actually ever knows what's going on, including me. Like, I'm not admitting to know what is going on, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, and I also feel like it's also just kind of also about like saying like I don't know what's going on, but I know there's a lot of scams. I know there's a lot of lies. I know there's a lot of bullshit being fed to us, and I'm gonna think for myself, and I'm gonna kind of like do my own research and just like not believe everything that's told to me, not believe the news, like you know, look into things further, just investigate more on my own because
I don't understand how
everybody
that's.
should.
I don't understand how that's controversial, but again, I do the same thing, and you can get accused of being a conspiracy theorist for that. You can get accused of being whatever, paranoid. You don't trust the mainstream media. Why don't you must be paranoid? You don't trust the mainstream media because they haven't had a long history of propagandizing and lying to us. Like, why would anybody trust any of the real mainstream media? Like, it's no longer like a meme. Like, it's like everybody knows it's a joke.
Yeah,
the only
everybody
people who
knows.
don't are boomers, and the generation of boomers. Also, like, I think there's a lot of people in our generation that are just as bad as the boomers.
My dad's always told me, he's like, it's all propaganda. Like, don't watch the news. It's all bullshit. Marketing companies, all bullshit. All this advertising, whatever they tell you is good for you, most likely is not good for you.
All the world's a stage, and we're all merely just characters in it, and like, we're all playing our role. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people I'll get into this, where like we all are playing a role, and like, to keep your head buried in the sand, let's stay in the middle. No, don't go too far one way or the other. Like, where has that gotten us? Like, because if you don't take control, and if you don't take charge, or if good people don't take charge, guess who will? Somebody evil. And more likely than not, that's typically what happens. Like, good men and good women, they don't want to take control of people. You don't want to be in control of people.
Yeah.
You're a good person. I don't want to tell you how to think or what to think.
Yeah.
But if the problem is that good men don't do those things, but it leaves a vacuum. Somebody does want to do those things. And who's usually doing those things? Evil men, evil women. So then we end up being ruled by seemingly a class of evil people who do not give a fuck about us.
Yeah, I think it's good versus evil at the end of the day.
And that's like getting like overplayed seemingly a lot right now, but it's hard not to see it that way. It's really hard not to see this as it's not a left-right battle. You're right. It's a good versus evil battle, and it feels like a line has been drawn politically now. Like, what side are you going to be on? It really just, it like, as whatever as it is, I keep going back to like that stupid little Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharp, where he's like, it's God's side and the other side, and we don't give a damn about the other side. And it's like, yeah, like, that's kind of
I
how,
love him.
that's kind of how it has to be. And it's like, I don't agree with Cat Williams about everything, but
No.
it does totally seem like there's a battle between good and evil. And maybe it's always been happening. Maybe this is just life on Earth. Like, I mean, a lot of ancient civilizations, like, this is kind of the same conclusion a lot of them have come to. You know what I mean? And like, we're so far removed from a lot of this stuff because of we think we're so advanced, and we have the internet, and we have all these.
Don't even know.
We really have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on. None of us know what's going on, and I'm willing to admit that. I have no clue what's going on. Like, no one should take me as like the beacon of truth, but I should be allowed to try to find what the truth is
And speak your mind.
and speak it, and then you prove me wrong instead of calling me whatever names you want to call me. Because at the end of the day, you're getting nowhere. I'm obviously not getting to you. You're not listening to any of the logic or things I have to say. You just want to call me a name. And again, like, where is this going to end up? Name calling. It just...
Or even worse, somebody does something stupid. Like, that's what I would be nervous about. Like, I don't even like arguing. I commented on one person's post the other day, that Joe Slack or whatever, that Australian guy that I sent you. And I was like, oh, I like this guy. I commented on it, and I was like, I just can't believe, like, anyone would, like, say such a thing. Like, this guy's, like, a father at the end of the day, and, like, da-da-da-da. And somebody, like, swiped up and, like, wrote to me and was like, I can... Like, they said some stupid shit. They were like, I can because he doesn't give a fuck about the Palestinians and da-da-da-da-da, and, like, went on. And I was just like, oh, my God. Like, my first thought was, like, is this person going to, like, come and, like, find me? And,
yeah,
like,
it's
just a random thing. But I was like, and this is the bare minimum. Like, some people out here have, like, millions of views and, like, millions of comments, and half of them are saying, like, all this fucked up shit.
And that's the game that's being played right now. You better
that. It's like, I don't want anyone to wish this juju on me.
Yeah, don't say what you want to say, or otherwise you have to be scared that someone crazy is going to come kill you for your opinions. And like everybody,
that's
again,
the world we're living in. It's fucked up.
And what's crazy to me is just like having any sort of like understanding of this. You're getting accused of being like, what? You're the biggest Trump supporter, Charlie Kirk supporter ever, right? No.
Oh my God. I literally went into my job. I was on my lunch break when I found out. And I went into my job and I just like was like, like I opened it right as I opened the like door to go into my job for my lunch break. And I was like, oh my, like I just out loud was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, no way. That is so fucked up. And like two of the people at the front were like, what's up? And I was like, they just shot him like in the neck. Like he's literally dead. And then they were like, the one kid is, he knows that I'm like big, like speak your mind, like guns, just like do your own thing. Like I don't say my beliefs, but he can just tell by the way I talk that I say like certain things. Like they're like so liberal that they just like everything that they say, I'm like, oh, I want to talk back and be like, but do you understand like why that's not good? But I just keep my mouth shut because it's work. But they literally said to me, their first instinct was, "Aw, is it your boyfriend? Was he your boyfriend?" I was like, "That is so." I said, "It doesn't fucking matter."
This is how these people are.
Literally, I said, Peter. I'm gonna say his fucking name. I was like, "It doesn't fucking matter. It's the fact that it's a human being. Like, I wouldn't wish that against my worst enemy. I wouldn't like. It's the one thing you learn as a kid. Like, you don't hurt anybody. Like who raised you people?
Sticks and stones.
Who raised you people?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like that phrase got retired sometime in like 2014, I guess. I'm not exactly sure, but so there's a study I like to bring up that, and again, there's a million studies out there, but just one that I like to bring up that it shows that, and it's not like me being like, I'm the most manly man in the world. Obviously not, but there's a study that shows that like, the higher testosterone levels that you have, the more likely you are to pick something based off what you feel is right or like righteous rather than what the group thinks is right. And when you think about the movements and different things that have been happening to America, it seems like again, my personal belief, it seems that like there seems to be some sort of attack on masculinity over the last however many years since World War II, probably. An attack on masculinity.
Yeah.
And the family, obviously, and all these different dynamics. And if higher testosterone levels make you do what you believe to be right rather than what the group thinks to be right, and then there's a lots of scientific studies that also show how much less testosterone the last two generations have compared to the previous. Like we have like a third of the testosterone. I'm making that number up. We have less testosterone than our fathers had, and our fathers had less testosterone than their fathers had. And
Just going down.
we need to ask it, like, and we're now
There's-
living in a world seemingly run by weak men, and it's not all men, obviously, but, like, weak and evil people who aren't doing necessarily what they believe to be right, but they're doing what they think the group is going to agree with. Like, yeah, I might not agree with masks, but I'll write a whole paper about how masks are the shit because my teacher won't give me an A unless I do. And my first semester in college, so, like, I have an A in this class. It's halfway through the semester. Literally have an A. And I'm wearing a Washington Redskins hat because I was a big Washington Redskins fan. And the teacher calls on me to read, and I offered to read. I raised my hand. And he said, that's a really stupid hat. And I start laughing. I'm like, yeah, dude, the team sucks. They're the worst, I know. Like, they're a really bad football team. They're the worst. No. That's a stupid hat. You're a racist who supports genocide.
What?
What? You called me to read. You're a racist who supports genocide. You're a Republican just like your stupid parents.
No way.
Bro, what? So, bro, what? Like, I get up, I'm like, bro, you're fucking crazy. He's like, oh, you're getting emotional now. I'm like, dude, you are fucking crazy. And I walked out of his class, and everyone starts, like, giggling and shit 'cause I'm having a beef with this teacher. I go right to the dean's office, and I'm like, yo, your teacher just called me a racist who supported genocide because I'm wearing a football hat. And at this point, the team name hadn't been banned, the logo hadn't been banned. And that's a whole discussion to go into itself because 90% of Native Americans didn't want the name to be banned. It was pussy white people who wanted the name to be banned. That's what changed the name, pussy white people and sponsorships. But whatever. That's how most of these changes are made. But, like, the Native Americans didn't give a fuck. They're like, why are you whitewashing us? You're getting rid of all of our... That's racist. You're getting rid of their...
Ours was, at high school, was the Chiefs.
Chiefs is perfectly acceptable. Braves is perfectly acceptable. Seminoles is perfectly acceptable. Again, this is completely whatever topic. That logo was created by a Native American chief. The design was an actual portrait of a real Native American chief. I believe his name was like Chief Whitecalf or something, and like in a legit Native American tribe. Like, he was a real person.
Yeah,
like,
dedicated to him.
It was made after him, and white people took that away because we can't have Native American imagery.
Like, they should not have a fucking say.
You would think, but they do, and like you said earlier, like, all of it's bullshit. All of it's fake and gay. Like, all of it's like it's like whatever. But, like, that's what I mean by boys. But, like, it really is, like, everything is fake. Everything is unauthentic. Like, everything you see, a lot of these political, it's all, like, by design. It's all,
so
like,
stupid.
money behind it, and, like, they get a lot of people trapped, and it's easy for people like us to get trapped in it. It's very hard to tell the difference between bullshit and non-bullshit anymore.
Kinda is nice to know a lot of people think the
Oh,
same.
that's where I was gonna go. I was trying to think of the thought that you just said before, that, like, I'm knowing that people agree with you or have the same thoughts so that you're not crazy. Like, that's also why these discussions are important, to, like, figure out there's more like-minded people than you. And that's what I've realized with talking the shit that I've kind of been talking. Is I have a couple people coming at me pretty hard with straight up just, like, hatred. But more people than not are fucking with what I have to say. They're just doing it privately because there's still that fear of, like, letting it be known publicly. That actually sounds really cool. George Carlin has a bit about this. You know who George Carlin is? You uncultured swine. No, I'm just playing with you.
Back to it.
I'm just playing with you. Call me.
No, yeah.
No. So George Carlin's, like, regarded as one of the top comedians of all time. Intellectual comedians. White guy. You've probably seen some of his stuff before. He's really popular, like, in the 80s, 90s. And he had a joke, or more like, I guess, a factoid, really. He's like, all the people who bring the message of unity and bring the message of us being together and, like, bring dialogue get shot in the fucking head. Like, he's like, it's all of them. And, like, yeah, it's
Wow.
Seemingly, if you tell the truth, whether you're black, whether you're white, whatever religion you are, you get killed.
That's fucking sad and terrible, but true as fuck.
And it's
Damn.
So in my own life, I'm going a route where I feel like I'm trying to find what's righteous, trying to find the truth. And I'm being a little
But do I
bit.
keep the truth to myself so I don't get shot in the head?
I'm being a little bit more provocative than most people that I know, and I post a lot of stuff, and I go a little bit too hard in the paint sometimes, I'm sure. And The reaction of
Hot in the motherfucking face.
I am going pretty hard in the
stanky.
fucking stink. What the fuck you think? No. All right, so I'm cultured. Nah, but 1738. Right, but I call back, but back in like 20.
Call back to who?
This guy's name's Scott Paul. He's like a. This is completely just like random, just telling you, but he's like a little rapper back in like a couple of years older than me, a little rapper, and he had like a show. Crazy story, actually. This is going into stories. Story time, I guess.
Okay.
So this is like peak.
This happened to you?
Yes, this is peak Fetty Wap. Everybody remembers Fetty Wap. 1738. Hey.
Bring it back.
I said, hey, what's up, hello? Yeah. Like 2015, this got invited to what was sold to as
what about Fetty Wap?
got sold to what was labeled and sold as a Fetty Wap concert in Patterson. So like me and a couple of like kids from my high school, just like the whitest white boys you've ever seen, showing up in the middle of the hood in Patterson, and getting ready to go to this Fetty Wap concert. We weren't allowed in. They kicked us out because none of us were 21, and we had to like sneak in through the back door. Got in, and Fetty Wap never shows up. This kid just told us Fetty Wap was going to show up to sell his own stupid tickets, and like
shit, he played first.
He's the only one who played. However, God works in mysterious ways, and I'm not sure if God actually had anything to do with this, but guess who was there before being famous? Cardi B. Cardi B was there as a stripper, like pre-making music, or I guess beginnings
In
of
Patterson?
in Patterson.
Damn, Patterson, New Jersey.
Shout out. And I'll never forget what she said. Words of wisdom. She said, "My name's Cardi B, y'all, and I ain't wearing no panties tonight." And I'll never, ever forget what that lady said now. But other girls, no complete nudity, but like stockings.
Tassels.
Yeah, stuff going on, whatever. A little bit of rapping, then the other kid performed. But yeah, we met and saw Cardi B. We didn't see Fetty Wap. The one
That's
time I met Cardi B one time.
That's still pretty cool.
I'm willing to love anybody who's willing to show me love. Like, that's the whole thing about what this thing's supposed to be, right? Like, you would assume that's what life is. And I guess life is to give love even to those who don't love you as well. That's a lot harder to do. I'm not great at that myself always. And
Just loving.
yeah, I guess and the main thing, I suppose this is just a little bit of rambling. But I think the more you self-love, the more experiences of love in others that you can find too. Because you can, if you see it in yourself, and again, I'm not saying I'm the best at this, but it's just something that seems to probably be true. That if like you have more self-love, you're able to find it in other people more. Most likely, that's what it feels like. Or at least in times in my own life, if I'm not feeling as much self-love in my own life, like I'm probably not treating people right. I'm not treating people the way I want to be treated, and maybe I'm getting a negative thing from the world, negative feedback from the world.
Because it's what I'm putting out.
Yes, 100%. Like, it's on the hippie woo-woo shit, because it really is, that's what I am at heart. Like,
No, I just think that's also just how the frequencies
works.
really work.
That's how the universe works.
Because it's like...
Everything out here is in here. Like, the entire thing is all in here.
Oh my
It's
god.
all in here. And again, like...
That woo-woo.
It's woo-woo, but like at the same time...
No, I know.
But
That's what...
you need to...
That's it. Like, made me realize at a very young age that, like, everything is everything.
And
Like,
there's a quote...
and I remember why I said that, because I had a total, like, out-of-body, other dimension type
Somewhere else.
moment. And I was just hugging my friend, and I was like, whoa.
I'm almost jealous of people a little bit who can trip and then just see some cool colors and like hear cool music, because I end up just meaning like God, and then like everything is everything, and I find out that I have control of nothing. I'm in control of nothing in this life. Everything is almost just happening to me, but I'm also happening to everything at the same time. Yeah, it's
crazy.
I wish I could just see some cool colors, because
No, dude, I don't know how people just shut off and they're just like,
man, that's so weird, isn't it? I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
people say like, oh, let's just watch like a show of like colors moving, and I'm like, what?
So I tried it. So yeah,
I can't sit there.
I watched one of the last times I ever took acid. I watched fucking Alice in Wonderland with somebody.
Oh my god. I mean, all right.
Which is like, yeah, it's
I'm not
trippy.
gonna knock it until I try it. I'm just being
No, 100%. And just for me personally, it didn't work out because the caterpillar comes on. The caterpillar. I don't know if you ever watched Alice in Wonderland, but like this was the first time I've ever watched it. I never watched it as a kid. So this caterpillar comes on. And he says, "Who are you?" And this happens to be the moment I'm peaking.
Yeah.
I just start peaking when he asked me who I am. And I said, Mr. Cat, I don't know. And I started, and the whole journey of my trip, that trip was just me figuring out, who are you?
Oh
And this
my
was the, and again,
God.
it's just fucking what the cat, again, it's just the caterpillar set me off on that. And again, that's just what the whole trip had to be about. What are you, Matt? Who are you? So then your whole trip just went down that rabbit hole or whatever, which is fine. There's a time and place for drugs and acid. I believe it's Alan Watts who said this.
Yeah.
Who said that, like, there's, like, it's like, how did he say it? I should probably look it up, but I want to say it's something like taking hallucinogens is like a phone call. Like, once you get the message, hang up. Like, don't keep doing them. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, don't keep
That's
chasing
cool.
that.
I like that.
Like, once you get the message of what it was trying to tell you, don't keep calling back. Like, eventually no one's going to answer. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, or something you don't want to answer might answer. Which I think was, like, a really...
That's cool.
Pretty cool
I feel that way
perspective.
in life, though, too. Like, I said, you keep doing this. Like, talking to myself. Like, when are you going to learn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, 100%. Like...
Don't keep calling, like
Yeah.
what you just said. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, you've
Let things
been
rest.
through this.
Yeah.
Like, you learned why this is
Doesn't
either...
work.
Yes.
Or it does work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of getting
You
older.
need to... Exactly. You need to go further now. Like, you're scared to... So that's how I know, like, in my life, that's what I came to terms with. It's like, I need to take the extra jump. Like, moving. Like, physically, like, that extra jump. Like, I already know... That's how I'm interpreting it.
No,
right
and
now.
you know you better than anybody else, and that's the thing that you have to
So
do.
I'm
You have
really
to do.
excited. So it's just like, but that was what happened.
Take that as a life lesson in general. Like, yeah, like say if it was relationships or anything, like you keep answering the phone of the relationship, and it's just a negative thing on the other end, like the line. You know, it's just there's static. There's not a connection. Whatever it might be, it's like, why do you keep answering the phone? There's no connection. You're not even like, what are you even trying to talk for? Like, there's no connection. Like, you're not actually communicating anything. Nothing's getting across. So you could take that quote, I guess, in a few different ways for sure.
Damn.
But definitely is like a life thing. Yeah, if there's no one answering the phone, or if you just keep going back. Like, once you get the message, just be cool with the message and be like, all right, I got it. And then, like you said, expand or
Move.
on the things that you know to be true in your own life, the things that you want to pursue, the things that make you happy, the things that you feel in yourself. And again, what it makes your family feel like, what it makes your friends feel like. Like, nobody knows you better than you know you, regardless of how much they try to tell you. Like, and I wouldn't trust anybody who tells you stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Like what?
Anybody who thinks they know what's best for you.
I know. Isn't that a funny thing? Some people live their whole life, though, by doing that.
Yeah.
Their mom tells them they should be a doctor. Their dad tells them they should do this. They say, you shouldn't move there. You should stay here. You shouldn't.
And you become a
should
slave
date that
to your
guy.
own mind or to your parents'
You
minds.
should settle down now. You should do this. Not really feeling it down here.
And again, it doesn't mean that your feelings can't be wrong. Our feelings can be wrong. We might be wrong.
But that's a good thing that my mom always said to me. She was like, but you know what? Like, I'm always going to let you, like,
How will
learn.
you know if you're not wrong?
I'm going to
unless
let
do it?
you learn. You have to do it. Like, I'm not going to tell you, like, you shouldn't do this. And I totally, that's a beautiful way to approach it, because it is true. Like, this person should do what they feel is right, because it could be right. Like, why are we thinking negative about it? Like, it could be right. It seems crazy. It seems chaotic or a risk, but it could be right. Let them try it. And if they don't do it, they know the consequence. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to figure it out.
They'll have nobody else to blame, or like no one. You
I
have
would
to take
much
account.
rather that route than just being like, you think this path is best for me? I'm gonna do it just because you told me.
And then you're never actually truly happy.
Never did something for myself. I feel like a little like just put a leaf on a river and it floats down. Like,
In
no, I
whatever
don't.
life.
I wanna make some
Moves in this life.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
do some. I want to matter. Like,
Yeah,
literally,
no.
like, we are matter. Like, I want to participate. And that
Have
was
some
one
sort of
thing I learned
legacy.
in school too. Like, it was just like, and my uncle told me this too. Like, if someone asks you like, oh, you know, like, what do you want to do in life, or what are you doing? Never say, I don't know, because you know that means you're not open. You limit yourself to, like, open up to somebody, because you don't know whatever you say, they might be that person that you need to get you there. So like if you get asked something, it's like, say something along those like, well, I like to do this, I like to do that, I've been thinking about this, yesterday I did this. It kind of A, starts conversation, and B, that person that you're standing in front of might be the person that's going to get you to your next spot. So
you don't
never
know.
limit yourself and not talk and say, oh, I don't know, or just look down, or phones, we all do. So always try to do that. That was like something really important. And then I forget where this fucking conversation started in the first place.
Just talking about not allowing others' viewpoints of what you should be make you into what you are. Like that. Yeah, you have some sort of. You take the risk in life, and I think the main point is like we're just talking about fear. Really, we're kind of just talking about fear right now a little bit. Like, are you going to be too scared to live your own life, or like, are you going to jump into it? Do you want to live a life that your parents will be happy with, or your sister will be happy with, or your brother will be happy with, or your boyfriend will be happy with, or are you going to live a life that you're happy with?
Right.
And again, that doesn't mean that you hurt other people. It doesn't mean that you live entirely selfishly. Like, you should be selfless for sure. However, I think a lot of people who go that route too far, they spread themselves too thin, where they give themselves to everybody. Like, you can do that too, where you give yourself to everybody and you have nothing left for yourself, which is not a happy existence either. Like, you have to, there's got to be a balance.
And then you have how do you have time to do the things that to blossom in your own life?
Yeah, well, you're not focusing, you're not thinking about your life.
Because you're saying yes to everybody else, and you're never saying yes to yourself.
Yeah. No, it's a thing that I think it's just a human condition.
And if you say yes to yourself way too much and you're not participating with it, oh, that's where I was going to go.
Yeah.
Participation. If you're not participating in, because I went to the uncle thing, and then this is the other thing that's somebody said one time, just in life, you have to participate. You have to be the one to engage with the world and say things and, raise your hand, whatever it is, like go out on that night. You didn't, you know what I mean? Like, you have to go up to the person, make eye contact. Like, you have to engage, and fucking that I always think about when I'm having like a hard time. I'm just like,
I think that's something I've struggled with probably throughout my life a little bit, and it's always just out of fear.
Because you have one life.
Yeah.
And like, you're not participating in it. Why? You're just existing.
Yeah, you're just, again, like you said, the leaf down the river thing.
Yeah,
like,
you're just gonna let it take you away.
I think at the end of the day, as long as you're taking accountability for all of your own actions and saying, I'm in my position only because of me, like, that's what's important. Like, that.
You mean you, like, own it, right?
Yeah, own whatever it is that you do. So, like, again, if you end up being too selfless and you spread yourself too thin, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, like, I fucked up. I need to focus on myself. If you're the opposite, I'm too selfish right now. I need to look at myself in the mirror and realize I've been fucking up. And I'll get us another one. You're good. That you need to. I think there's a lot of a lack of accountability on all ends with a lot of people anymore. It's the time. It's definitely water break time.
All right, ready? Tell me a time about sometime when you met somebody. I think you're gonna tell me outside about something that you'll never forget, or whatever the fuck.
Or just like
that story you started telling me. I said, wait. You're about to tell a story outside, and I said,
it's the same one.
Okay. I
And
feel like I'm the only one drinking, but you are driving.
Crawling up the stairs. That there's still so much. I got a
holy mouth.
A holy?
A holy mouth.
What does that mean? Like it's gone to church?
You would think that.
Yeah.
But no, like literally like holes in my mouth. Like I spill everything.
I don't know. I'm kind of the same way. I spill water on myself a lot. I don't talk about it. I don't admit to it, but I do it. Now you guys know. Sometimes I spill water on myself and it looks like I peed. Good to... Yeah, people need to get out more, for sure.
No, like motherfucker.
No, I'm getting to it. Is that people need to get out more. You need to travel. You need to go out and live your life. You need to go out and do these things, because when you do those things, like me and you are very well traveled. We've been on multiple cross-country road trips. We've met a lot of different cool people, and it's very important for people to, you need to get out. You need to not live completely online. Like we can all do that for sure. We're all like a victim of doing that. Mm-hmm. But like you can simultaneously have your opinion and believe what you want to believe, research stuff, but you also have to get out. You have to go dancing. You have to go on road trips. You have to go to different states. You have to meet people. And it is like really nice, and it's just something that we can go back and forth on. Like you met someone really cool one time who kept in touch, got you backstage. It's like it's awesome having these experiences with people that like, yeah, you might only meet one time. So mine is that on my first road trip, I met a lot of really cool people on my road trips. Different races, different creeds, different ethnic, whatever. Like everybody.
Facts.
And so I can think of two right now, but one specifically. These are both my first road trips. Actually, I'll get into both. That like because it ties in together. That my first road trip, I took a 2002 Honda Civic from New Jersey, and I was trying to get out to California. I was 19 and stupid and real like 2002 Honda Civic with like over 100,000 miles.
Really now?
Yeah, it couldn't make it all the way to California. I started having some car issues in this moment, and then like so I'm going to Colorado, and we just got legalized in Colorado. It's like 2016 or something like that, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like my car's fucked. I'm gonna go get a joint or something. You know what I mean? And I'm not 21 yet. You have to be 21. So I just start driving through Denver, and I'm like in the hood. I'm in the hood of Denver. Like I'm one of the only white people around. And again, I'm younger and dumber and like not maybe necessarily understanding that like I probably shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway. And I just saw there was a African American man outside just working on his Nissan Altima, and he like I pulled up to him. He was a super nice guy. He was awesome. He was a great guy. Like he was a really awesome guy. The Nissan Altima thing is a joke. Get over it. Like the
Was it though?
Yeah, I mean, he could have legitimately. I don't remember. There's a non-zero chance it was a Nissan Altima. There's a good chance it was. It could have, you know.
Hey, I thought you were driving the Nissan.
No,
Altima.
I had the Civic. He could have had a Nissan Altima. Anyway, regardless.
Sorry.
No, you're good. That he was a like. I pull up to him.
Why'd you pull up to him?
Because I'm a fucking idiot. Like I'm 19.
You're trying to ask him for weed.
So I can't buy weed. I'm 19, so I parked down the street a little bit. He was the nicest guy that I could see in public. He was working on his car. I'm like, this guy's working on his car. Listen, I was 19. I'm not doing this anymore. Now I'm 21. I'm over 21. No, but these are just story time. Maybe again where it's maybe I did something stupid, but again like getting over the fear of things. Like I actually like maybe went out of my comfort zone, and like you meet people that are awesome. So this isn't the first story, but it connects to the story I told you outside. That this guy, whatever, I pull up to him like, yo, like could you buy me some weed? And he's like, dude, go buy that shit yourself. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I'm not 21. Like you have to be 21. He's like, all right, get in my car. So I hop in the stranger's car, and we drive to the dispensary. And he's in a beat up car, dude, worse than my car. We drive to the dispensary. We pull up. We walk inside, I give him the money, whatever, give him cash. He could have just took my cash, dropped me off 2 miles down the road, you know what I mean? Just left me, gave him cash. We walk into the dispensary. I'm waiting in the waiting room because I'm not allowed to go in. He comes out. I just told him to get me whatever he could with the money I gave him. He gave me like a quarter. He got me some gummies. He gave me my change back. Like, and then because I told him like, yo, like I'll smoke you up. I'm like, you smoke? He's like, yeah. I'm like, if you buy me weed, I'll roll you a joint. He's like, bet. Like, did that. Went back to his house. His mom comes out. Smoke a joint with him and his mom. They're mad chill. Found out his like little nephew got like a football scholarship or something. It was like a really cool little moment. And again, it's just like it's stupid a little bit, like blindly trusting strangers, obviously.
But you were going with the vibe.
I was going with the vibe. I was going with my gut feeling.